What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode. Yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. I am riding my Kawasaki ZX6R, and by now I do know about the recall, and I'm sure you do as well. But to be honest with you guys, this is my only bike, and today I had to really think hard about riding the bike because it's been over a month I haven't ridden it, so I took a chance on it, and I've been riding super careful. But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit and let you know what my thoughts are about this recall and what some possible solutions are and what I intend to do about it. Anyway, it's been about a month I haven't ridden the bike, and then the news dropped around June 6th. And I was thinking about riding it at that point, but then there's a stop sell on all ZX6Rs, 24, 25. The model years that are affected are April 2024 to April 2025. And when I looked at the side of my bike, which is right over here, mine fell within that bracket, and my heart sank to my stomach, and I was like, fuck, this is the only bike I have to ride. I'm due for creating content. There's a 6-month review that's supposed to be out on the channel, which I've already created before the recall went out, and I'm like, damn, I need to ride the bike because I need to create some more content in order to finish this review, and now I can't do that. So, you know, riding this bike at this point is a huge risk that I'm taking. Supposedly there are over 17,000 bikes from 24 and 25 that have this recall. But according to the NHTSA website, they have a document out. I think it's about 3 pages long. There is no fix for it, but it says that out of the 17,000 plus motorcycles, 1% is affected. How do they exactly get this information? Because Kawasaki has been pretty silent up until now. Nothing has been said to the owners. I have gone to Reddit and I've read a whole bunch of posts, and I think 1 or 2 people did post a picture of their letter which says do not ride your motorcycle, but I haven't been one of those recipients, and every single day I go to my mailbox and I check to see if there's that letter, and I still haven't seen that letter. If you go to Kawasaki's website and you put in your VIN number, the VIN, it's going to come up and say that you have no recalls. Well, at least it says that for me, but I'm assuming that's the case for everyone. And then if you also go to the NHTSA website and you put in your VIN, it comes up with saying there's no recalls or 0 unrepaired recalls. This pretty much means that the motorcycle isn't recalled at the moment. So unfortunately, we're all left wondering what the hell is going on. What do we do with our bikes? A lot of people that I've been reading through comments, as well as on Reddit posts and everywhere else, just, you know, complain for legitimate reasons. You know, like they got crazy $500 payments. Like, these are legitimate car payments, and like 10-15 years ago those were like house payments. Kind of crazy that people are paying that much to ride a motorcycle. But yeah, for the people that are paying $500 a month to ride a $12,000 bike, I feel for you, man, because you just bought this bike like a month ago and now you can't ride it. It's just like an ornament sitting inside your garage. Totally get it. Unfortunately, I only bought this bike about 6 months ago, so I'm in the same situation as you are. And the only reason why I'm riding it today is because I feel an obligation to come to you guys and tell you what's on my mind. A ton of you guys have been messaging me, and there's a ton of comments on the channel if I'm aware of the recall, and a couple of people wanted my opinion, so I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and take a risk. It's 17,000 bikes from 24 to 23, and 1% of them are affected. What are the chances that my bike is one of them? I'm just gonna put it out there and be honest with you guys. I'm a little sketched out at the moment riding this bike, considering that bushing number 5 that's been torque screwed too tight. At any moment the engine can seize up. Whether that means it'll lock up the rear tire or the engine will blow up from the inside out, no one really knows. There is no definitive answer. I called my dealer multiple times. The first time I called him is when I heard the news, sometime around early January, and just like you and I, they were completely clueless. And then I also called them before I took this ride because I wanted some more information, like legitimate information, before I actually took the ride, and they still have no clue, and they're telling me that it could be a couple of months before there is any news. That's pretty catastrophic, and that makes me, and I'm sure tons of other people, well, 17,000 other people, pretty pissed. Because, you know, like for a lot of you guys, this is summer right now, right? The sun's out, the weather's perfect, and in a couple of months it's going to start getting cold. The riding season's going to be gone, and a lot of you guys bought this bike to ride it when the weather's nice. So you're not going to ride this bike. It totally sucks, not just for you, but for myself as well, because this is an asset for me. You know, not only is this bike part of my hobby, but it's also a business asset for me, because I use it to produce videos on this channel. This is how I make part of my living. So to not ride this bike and not to create content means that I'm losing money, and to also ride this bike means that I'm putting myself in danger. So I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to continue to ride the motorcycle or not. So if I don't post videos for a while, it's because of that. I was always riding defensively, but I'm going to be extra careful right now. But anyway, man, the motorcycle is just, you know, it's a joy to ride. I bought this bike because I knew it was one of the best bikes in the world. Tons of these motorcycles have been selling, you know, over 17,000 people between 24 and 25. That's a heck of a lot of these bikes on the road, not considering there's tons of others from prior years. So there's probably about at least 150 to 200,000 of these in circulation, if we're talking about like across all different model years and generations. That's a ton of bikes, and the popularity of these bikes is not going down anytime soon because of this recall. I'm sure a lot of people are still interested in the ZX6R because these are some of the best damn bikes, and I knew that going into it. And then there's also other people who kind of trolled me online because they noticed that I had issues with my ZX6R, and they're like, how do you feel now that the Kawasaki has this problem? Well, to be honest with you, I really don't have a problem with this motorcycle having a recall. Totally cool. And the reason why I think it's cool is because Kawasaki is taking blame for it. Unlike my RSV4 that leaked oil and had electrical issues, and that was an ongoing issue since the day I purchased the motorcycle, and it's just not me, it's tons of other RSV4 owners as well. Kawasaki, on the other hand, noticed the problem and took leadership and said that they were going to recall these motorcycles. And so this is what I appreciate about Kawasaki, considering that this is a huge amount of motorcycles that they have to look after, over 17,000, and considering that they have to go back and backtrack and figure out exactly who did what. You know, like, they probably have thousands of employees working on these bikes. They have to track down who worked on these bikes, which desks they were working on these bikes, tables, or which computers were working on these bikes. And you know, it's like, it's a massive undertaking, right? So it's totally understandable that Kawasaki is going to be taking long to repair these bikes and figure out a way. But on the other end, as consumers, you know, like myself and you included, we're kind of left in the dark wondering, WTF, man? We put all this money into it. You know, like, I spent what, a couple of 14,000 something on this motorcycle, and I'm sure you have as well. Like, just give us some information to chew on, so this way we can leave the motorcycle as is without having to worry so much, or just put on your website like a little statement or something like that, and at least tell us which VIN numbers are mostly affected and which ones are not. So that's where I currently am at the moment, and that's where I think a lot of you are at the moment. As for myself, today's the first day I'm riding it, like I told you guys in the beginning. And when I first put in the key and I twisted the throttle and I got out of my parking lot to ride it, I'm telling you, I was not feeling very good. But as I'm starting to ride the bike and as I'm putting in the miles, I'm starting to get more and more comfortable riding the bike. But it's not like I'm totally comfortable. Because I'm talking to you at the moment and I'm riding, the thought of the engine seizing on me is kind of like not in the back of my mind right now because I'm talking to you. But when I'm off the camera, I mean, it's very difficult not to think about it. I have followed a couple of different people on YouTube, and I'm noticing that they're riding their motorcycles as well. So I really hope that this really is a 1% thing out of 17,000 plus motorcycles. I really hope that out of the 1%, my bike is not on that list. And And I hope yours is not on that list as well, because quite frankly it's just a pain in the ass, and it's just a lot of bikes to fix. And if they do come out with a recall fix between all the bikes that need to get repaired, that's probably not going to overwhelm the dealerships. But imagine if it's like 5 or 10% or 20% of all bikes. That can definitely overwhelm dealerships, and by the time your bike and my bike goes in, or at least gets an appointment, we can get our bike back, or we can have an appointment to get our bikes put in for repair, and it could be anywhere between 3 to 6 months. Now that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, I'm not part of that 1% list. The worst case scenario, your bike is part of a much bigger group of bikes, or they just have no freaking clue. Kawasaki doesn't issue a statement for the next 3 months, and when they finally do issue a statement, 10, 15, 20% of these bikes are affected. Then it's the long wait for the service department, and then when the bikes finally go in, you're worried about them not doing a thorough job, because I don't know, some dealers might make mistakes and cause more problems, and then you're gonna have dealer warranty issues, and it's just gonna get messed up from there. So like I said in the beginning, you know, I have no problems with the recall. I just want it to be done right, and if it's done right, no sweat off my back. It is what it is. Kawasaki's taking responsibility for it, and all is well. I just hope that they do the right thing. That's all. Anyway guys, leave a comment down below. Are you riding your ZX6R, or is it going to become an ornament inside of your garage and you're going to just look at it every once in a while because you miss riding it? Leave a comment down below. I'll see you guys on the next episode, where we're going to have the 6-month review of this bike. Ciao for now.